Hi everyone, Angie here, coming on to continue on my paper bag ephemera holder. We're going to pick up right where we left off. We were still working on just the overall layout and covering the pages and so forth. So we've got to here. I did go ahead just because it's kind of fumbly and I didn't want you guys to see me fumbling around with my nails. So I went ahead and did one. I went ahead and covered this top flap right here. And I just did a zigzag cut there. And then I just layered about 3 pieces of paper with a small hole punch, circle punch, and put a little brad right there. And I attached that, and I figured we'd do this one together. But I thought I'd try to save just a few minutes so you guys wouldn't see me fumbling around. And it actually worked out because I hid that on the inside of the bag before I closed before I sealed that up, so you don't see the back part of the brad on here. And then on this one, we will, I'm not sure if I want to go in and put the brad on the back of this part here or under here. It's going to be difficult regardless of where I put it. Just because of we've already glued this down, it's going to be a little bit awkward to get to, but we'll try to get to that. But I thought first we would go ahead and back this in, get our signature tied in, and then go from there, because this and the front cover will be the last. I went ahead and cut me some papers. I think I want this one here, and then did this one. And we'll put this one here, and they'll overlap, which is fine with me. Okay, but I do want to cut that so it will match that cut there. So let me bring in my pinking shears, and we'll get a zigzag cut on this. So how is everyone doing this afternoon? Hopefully everybody's well and good spirits. I always wish everyone a blessed day. And I am just having a lot of fun with this little project here. Looking forward to getting it completed and seeing just how much we can hold. I think it's going to hold a lot of stuff. Quite a bit of pockets and space. Okay. And I do think I want the green on this side. So again, excuse my head for a moment. While I position my paper. I think that's good. And let's bring in some glue. I think this one and maybe one more, we should be able to get this project done. It's a fun little project. Oh, looks like we need some glue under there. And we can never have too many ephemera holders and places to put our goodies in. And depending on how elaborate you make this, you know, you can really just go all out, which is what I tend to do when I'm giving it as a gift, you know. But yeah, this would make a really nice little gift piece too. I'm always thinking along those lines of, you know, would this make a nice gift? Because, you know, we all have those crafters in our circle and in our lives that not only do we love and enjoy making these products, but, you know, it's equally as satisfying as giving them away as gifts and knowing they're being used, you know, and appreciated from you know, a close friend or family member, you know. So yeah, thought that was nice. Okay, So this is going to go this way. Okay. And then we'll put this here. Yep. Okay, so I need to keep that glue going all the way across. Just wanted to make sure I was good. Okay, and then we'll position this one. And the zigzags aren't exactly perfect, but that's not a problem. Okay. I'm just going to put some glue down the middle just to get it in position. And then I can move it around and get each side down. Hope that's not too loud. Sorry about that. Let's do this side first. Give it a good press. I'm not used to working with these brown paper bags, which they're absorbing the glue very well. So I don't foresee a problem with it at all. But I just want to make sure it's getting stuck down well. Okay, on this side. Okay, and down we go. All right, so that's that. Now I want to go ahead and get the signature sewn in, and I know it's a little wet on that side, but I'm going to try and work with it anyway, because I've got to get the signature in place to make sure it's not going to move before I can position the other end of this. So what I have done on here is I have made 3 little marks. I did one at the center, and then from the center I went in, I think, 1.5 inches up and 1.5 inches down, because I want the top bag to kind of live right, the bottom of this to sit right with the bottom of this pocket, so to speak, right about there. So I positioned those holes so all 3 thread holes will go in, because I figured if I bring this up like so, and like say there's only one, it might tend to make this particular bag unsettled. So I want them all 3 in here. Hopefully I'm making that clear to you guys, okay? So I marked those, and then I folded this in half, and I need to put some little marks, like where I want it to sit. I want it to be about right there, and right there. And then I can get a quick little measurement as to where I want those to be, which looks like about 1/4 inch, 1 3/4, and 3 1/4. Okay, so then I will come in. Let me get myself a good fold first, so I know right where that holes are going to have to go. Move this out of the way for a moment. Okay, so then I want to come in with my ruler, and I'm going to put myself 3 little tick marks where I need those thread holes to go. Okay, I said, bring it down so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I said 1/4 right there, 1 3/4 right there, and 3 1/4 right there. Okay, so then I will get my craft poker and make my holes. Okay, then I will line those up with these holes. Make sure I got it correct. And I do believe I did. So hopefully without it moving, I am going to position that in place. I'll use my clippers for these because these bags are kind of thick and bulky. Okay, and then go through again through the second bag. And to sew this, I'm just using a cream colored twine that I have in my possession here. Let me see if I can grab another clip so it doesn't move on me. And that should be plenty. And I didn't grab a needle. Let me grab myself a needle. Okay. And we'll get that sewn in real quick. And this twine is kind of thick. So get it pushed in. The thing, see, it does that. So what I usually do is use a piece of Scotch tape. Oh, I've got some. I thought it was out. Okay. So when you have that problem, just grab a piece of Scotch tape, roll the end kind of like a shoestring, like the end of your shoestrings, and use it to guide through your needle, the hole of your needle. I don't need all that tape, just a piece of it. There we go, right through. Okay, then we can pull that off or snip it off, either way. Okay, now we're ready to thread that in. Oh, it's going to give me a little resistance when I have to go back through there. You can see that already because these bags are really thick. Okay. Sometimes you have to get a little plier or something. There we go. It's this twine I'm using is, but I figure these bags are pretty hefty, so I need a good hefty thread to balance it out, to hold it. Because if I put a real light crochet twine or something like that on here, it'll probably end up breaking. So you need something just as strong as the paper you're using. Okay, then when you come back through, you want to make sure you're on the opposite side of the middle. There we go. Oh, and I pulled way more than I needed, but that's fine. Okay, pull our ends nice and snug. And when we think we got it snug, and look, see, if you can see, I got that lined up well with that. Take those off now. Give it a good little pull, double tie, and in a bow, whatever you want to do. And I don't think I'll do a bow on this one. Just give it a double tie and clip. Okay, so there we go. So now I was thinking, because let's see, when we go here, there's nothing on this side. So I cut out a pocket, and I thought we would put a pocket right here, and I just randomly cut a piece out of the scraps and backed it on a piece of scrap cardstock and gave a little bit of a 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So that just doing it this type of a pocket style just gives you a little bit more room to put stuff in, to where if I were to just glue the paper directly down onto your project, you'd only get maybe 1 or 2 thin pieces in there, but by giving it kind of like a little bit of a gusset, you're able to get more in that pocket. Okay, so I thought we would put that down there. So I'll use a good adhesive on this, and we'll get that down. Okay. And we're just going to eyeball that. Pardon my head again. Try and get it centered right about there. And I will bring in my clamps, and I got them right here. Extra set of fingers. Okay. And we'll get that down. Give that a moment. Step out of the way. Okay. All right, now we can turn this way. I think that should be pretty good. Okay, now I want this to sit over here, and then I've got my other circle, and I did have another brad. I might have knocked it off of my desk now. Here we go. You can see that. I've got another brad. So we just need to figure out where I want that to be. And so I guess right about, we want it straight, I guess. So right about there. So I will bring in my hole puncher again. Do it exactly the same way I did the first one. I just poked a little hole, brought in a little ink to the edges. And put that in. And then figure out where we want this to live. So we'll say right there. And we'll have to poke a little hole without going all the way through. So be cautious with this. There we go. And then try to get this in there and work the prongs without messing up our pocket. And I'm sorry I'm not completely in frame there. There we go. I think I got it. And I just want to give that a press. Maybe use my bone folder. Okay, good. Press down like that. Okay, and then this, and the first couple times going around, be a little snug, but loosen it up. There we go. And then that can go up and around like so. We don't need it quite that long. snip it right about there. There we go. Not bad. And I just kind of pulled that paper up right there a little bit. So I'm going to put a little more dab of glue. Okay. And put a piece of scrap here because I don't want the glue to smear, just in case. Okay. All right. Not bad, huh? So now let's flip this over. And then we have to work on our pieces here. And I brought this trim in and I thought we could do it. That was nice. So we'll cut one from this end and one for this end. And I am cutting it a little bit over, but that's okay. I can always adjust. And then what I thought is, since we were using the twine on this, it would be only appropriate to use it on the closure for the front as well. And I brought in some buttons. So let's see what button we want to use. I don't know which is the top one. I think it's like this. Okay, so let's see. Those gold ones are nice. And again, this is considered our hardware. And like I said, this is a hefty project, so we want a nice, big, bold button as well. We don't want something real dainty. I think we want a nice, I think one of these, but which one? I think I'm going to go with that one, just because it's a little bit raised. And normally what I do when I use these ones is I'll use my plier and I'll cut those off. But I think that will work to our advantage, because we'll need a piece of space between the project and the button to tie and close off our ephemera holder. So let's do that. So I've got this piece of twine left here. So let's see how I want to do this. This will be the top, so we'll come in from the bottom and wrap around. Okay. So we can go ahead and put this piece down then. And be generous with the glue. And figure my middle spot right about there. And we can just poke this right through the holes, like so. Put a little extra glue right down in there. And we can put this down. Center it for the most part. Okay, it's not too bad. How cute. Get that down well. And I purposely let it hang over just a tad, just about barely 1/8 of an inch maybe. Oh, and that didn't stick down, so we need to work on that for a moment. May need to bring in a little hot glue. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's going to be it for today, guys. We will stop there. One more video, and we're going to be done with this fun little project, our paper bag ephemera holder. Okay, but I think it's coming along really nicely. I'm going to let that sit, and we'll see if that takes. If not, we'll have to bring in a little bit of hot glue to secure that. Okay, so thank you so very much for watching. I'm going to lay it like this so it can dry flat. Thank you so very much for watching today, guys. I will see you on the next video, and we will finish this fun project up, okay? Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.